I'm so glad you decided to check out this self-study program for September 22 exam. Hi, I'm Sheila, ACCA's Advanced Audit and Assurance Subject Specialist and creator of this online program. Let me explain to you how the self-study course works. This is a coaching program aimed at providing training and support right up to the day of your exam. The video lessons will explain the technical content, covering the full AAA syllabus. I've designed acronyms, mnemonics, pictures, diagrams, including tricks and tips to help you remember the technical content, without which it can be easily forgotten after you've completed your study session. So to ensure that you remember the knowledge, I've included quite a few memory aids. I've also designed exam strategies to guide you step by step on what to do the minute you open your exam paper and how to identify relevant information within the exhibits. I've also designed exam techniques to guide you step by step to write simple and yet in-depth and balanced answers to discuss whatever auditing, accounting, or ethical issues that might be presented in the exam question. And in providing that in-depth, balanced answers, you will also be able to score the professional skills marks introduced from September 2022 onwards. Students can always reach me via WhatsApp if they need clarification or ask questions on some audit matter that they have difficulty understanding. Let me quickly explain how the CBE exams for AAA work. With students sitting for exams in so many different time zones, and to minimize the risk of students in the Far East revealing exam questions to their friends in the West, ACCA has designed a pool of questions. So based on the feedback I've received from my students in Asia, Africa, UK, Ireland, Canada, there seems to be two different types of question one. One with business risk and another one without. So we're not really sure who's going to get which question. Then there are three different types of finalization and reporting questions and two different question three. No one knows which combination a student will get. For example, you can have one student having a light blue question 1 with a dark pink question 2 and a light orange question 3. Who knows? So we've got to prepare well for this exam. So let's have a look at the AAA exam from September 2022 onwards. You will still have a Section A and Section B. The major change here is that there will only be 80 marks for the technical content. The other 20 marks will be for the professional skills. And let's quickly see what kind of questions appear in question 1. You've got audit risk, business risk, audit procedures, ethical and professional issues. The examiners confirmed that one of the questions in Section B will be on finalization and reporting. Now, under this section, there are 7 different types of exam questions that can appear. The only thing is that we don't know which student is going to get which one of them. So if you add up all these marks, you will get a total of 60 marks. The only problem here is the one on business risk. We're not really sure whether business risk is going to appear for your paper. We do know that it will be examined, but I don't know whether all the students are going to get it. Whatever it is, we definitely need to prepare for it being examined. It might be kind of hard passing this exam if you choose to ignore the professional skills marks, because if you add up these marks here, it's only 60, but it's very unlikely that a student is going to get 60 out of 60. So you still have to make sure that you get the professional marks. So the professional marks will be split between question 1, you've got 10 marks inside there, and question 2, there'll be 5 marks, and question 3 will be another 5 marks. So hopefully you'll be able to get 15 out of 20 marks. Let's quickly have a look at the type of professional skills the examiner expects students to have in AAA. There are 4 skills: communication, analysis and evaluation, skepticism and judgment, and commercial acumen. Students will be required to display all 4 skills in question 1. However, for question 2 and 3, only 3 of these skills are required. So how do you get the marks for communication? The examiners made it very clear what the examiner is expecting from you, and there are definite 4 marks for every question 1. So I've arranged these 4 marks into an acronym so that the student will not forget to grab them. And I love acronyms. It just makes life so easy because you can just go through the alphabets one by one and get the job done. So we've got BATS here, B-A-T-S. And I've got a bat there, friendly looking bat. So you won't forget this, yeah? Communication with bats. So in question 1, we have got 10 marks for professional skills. 4 marks are definitely there for communication, but when it comes to the other 3 skills, we're not really sure whether it's going to be divided equally because we've got 6 marks balance for question 1. We're not really sure whether it's going to be 2-2-2 or whether it's going to be something else, depending on the type of scenario that is going to appear. For question 2 and question 3, there will only be 3 skills that will be tested. Communication will only be in question 1. Next, how do you get the marks for analysis and evaluation? Analysis and evaluation for question 1 will be different for the analysis and evaluation in question 2 and question 3. Please do not stress that this is getting complicated. And what I've done for you is to design exam techniques for each of these questions, and the professional skills would be built into the exam techniques itself. So that would make it really easy for the student to collect at least 15 out of the 20 marks. Let's quickly go through the knowledge required to answer these big mark questions. There are 4 big mark questions in the exam. IFRS knowledge will be crucial for audit risk, audit procedures, and finalization and reporting. And for that reason, the examiner says that clearing SBR before attempting the AAA exam would be to your advantage. Auditing standards, the ISAs, would be essential for audit procedures and finalization and reporting questions. You would need to know the 36 requirements of the ACCA code so that you can successfully score high marks on the ethics questions. These 4 types of questions are 100% sure to be examined, and that would help you score at least 50 marks. And hopefully you've got at least 15 out of the 20 professional skills marks. This self-study program will also cover the remaining parts of the syllabus. We've got regulatory environment, we've got quality management, and non-audit assignments. The self-study course is divided into 3 phases before you sit for your exam. The first phase would be the learning and the practice phase. The second one will be the revision phase, and the third one will be the rehearsal phase. The bulk of the work would be under the first phase. First, learn the technical content, including the rules and the requirements in the auditing standards. After learning, you need to make sure that you understand how the technical knowledge works in an audit environment. Without understanding, you will not be able to apply the technical knowledge to exam scenarios. However, the more questions you practice, the deeper and clearer your understanding will get. Next, to remember the knowledge. And this is equally as important. There's no point learning the knowledge and understanding it and then forgetting it. Technical content, the knowledge, is your asset in the exam. Anything that's forgotten will be useless. After this, you've got to practice writing out the answers. You have got to practice your output, and that would be very important. After practicing, you can always compare it with my suggested answer. So my suggested answers follow the relevant exam techniques and will include the parts relating to professional skills also. Once you're comfortable with the topics and the questions, then you need to practice time management. Time management is unlikely to come naturally to you. Time management, like any other skill, needs to be practiced, and many students leave out this crucial step only to find themselves unable to complete the final question in the exam, and that would be an absolute disaster. In the self-study program, you'll be given 1 progress test, and I'll provide you with a very detailed suggested answer with a marking guide, and you should be able to mark your own script easily. Marking service is, however, only available on the boot camp. This is a self-study course. The second phase is the intensive revision course. This will be held in August and is designed to help you peak in your performance in the run-up to the exam. The final phase is the rehearsal phase where you attempt the mock exam. And right after that, you go and sit for the next exam. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know that there are 3 phases? And how do you know that the self-study program would help you score good marks in the exam? Well, this is what I do every day. I help students, both those who are sitting for AAA for the first time and those who might be resitting. So go ahead and click the button below to sign up, and I'll see you on the other side.